The hero of today is Jacob. And the Bible tells us Jacob has wonderful relationship with God, but he has a messy life. Started that, when he was born, his mother got the prophecy that he's going to be a great nation, he's going to be leading the older brother. And then he lived all his life normally till one day his mom just forced him to deceive his dad, to steal the blessings, and then suddenly he has to run away because his brother wants to kill him. So he ended up just running away, a refugee. And then all what he has, nothing. It's just his staff. Then he goes to a place and sleep, and then boom, he meets God, and he see the angels coming up and down from heaven. And everyone thinks like, wow, when you meet God like this, now your life's going to be amazing because you met God. But then the next chapter, you see that he fell in love with a girl, and then her father deceives him, and he end up marrying her and marrying her sister, and then he gets two more slaves on top, and the two girls fighting together in the next 10 years of the kids fighting together, and jealousy and lots of problems and deception. And then you feel like, but he is a man of God. There's a lot of jealousy and deceptions and problems, and it's a mess. And then he decided to go away from his uncle Laban and leave, and God gives him a vision. And then when he's gonna go away, and then he meets God and fight with him and ask him, what's your name? And he said, my name is Jacob. No, not Jacob anymore. Your name is Israel, because you fought with man and God. And it was amazing, fighting the whole night. And then we think now Jacob has his life, the end of his life. From now on, his life is going to be amazing because now he met God in a radical way. And then the next chapter, we see that his daughter being raped, and his sons killed everyone around him in the city, and it becomes even worse. And then after that, his sons deceive him and says your son Yusuf was taken away, was killed by a wild beast, but they sold him, and he spent the next 15 years living in a lie, crying for his son Joseph that is just went away, that is died, but it wasn't. And then you think, but where is God in his life? By the end of his life, when we know that, Joseph being the savior in Egypt, and God revealed by the end of his life that Joseph is okay, then Jacob end up his life being blessed. And what I'm going to tell you now is very unique idea. Is God does not take us away from the mess. As long as you live in the body, you live in a mess. So many mess things can happen. But God is with you in the mess. And many times God redeemed the mess into something good. It's like what he did with all the kids, and 12 kids of 4 wives, like 2 wives and 2 slaves. But God redeemed it and become the 12 tribes of Israel. And then a big lie about Joseph, and for many years being lied that he died, but then God redeemed this lie, and Joseph didn't die, but he became a prince of Egypt, and through him going to Egypt, he saved the whole Israel. And the point is, it doesn't mean that you meet God, encounter God supernaturally, your life will end. All the mess in your life will end. It's actually going to continue a mess in your life. But God is promising you to be with you in every mess. And if a mess happens in your life, it doesn't mean that the life ends, but God can come in and get involved and redeem this mess and use it for his glory into the future in your life. So I want to just encourage you, seek God with all your heart. And when you meet him, do not expect after a massive encounter with God that now life is going to be perfect. Life is never going to be perfect. You're going to have a mess around you, either from your kids, or from your brothers, or from your parents. That we live in a fallen world. That things will happen wrong. But it doesn't mean that God doesn't exist with us. He exists with us, and he's going to redeem some of the mess into our lives. The comfort here is Jacob was one of the greatest men lived close to God. He is the father of all the Jewish nation. He is Israel. But he didn't live a perfect life, and he didn't live a messless life. But God went with him through all the mess and blessed his life mightily by the end. I hope this will encourage you and make you think how you view your life as a Christian.